forward there by Bartlett for Nord. Out front comes all the players. Barmby in there, gets a handball. Tackle straight away is Llewellyn. Llewellyn gets a handball out now to the player in Jansen, and the umpire's going to play that further downfield.
Yeah, downfield. He took a big bump from Chris Olsen. So Presbury now just loads up to a one-on-one. He's got Hannafy, just wrestled his way to the front. Couldn't take the mark. Ground ball.
Back in the centre here if he can Motham oval. Umpire electing to throw it up. Bass and Frampton going at it. Neither player able to really get clear purchase on it, but the umpire says that's because Bass was shepherded out of it. So he will take the free. Hands it off now towards Rose, working through the centre circle. Just looks to put them up down. That's going to be a free after disposal, and that's going to be a vital one because the siren has sounded. And I reckon Sam Overall will be the recipient of that.
He will. Right on 50. Right on his distance.
Just a clumsy high bump on Rose just as he got rid of it.
He's going to give it a Heaslip.
I reckon he would be a chance from here, Benny Heaslip.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was right because Heaslip came in late and so Sam Overall had gone over to get the footy. I'm sure it was Overall's kick, but anyway, I think he's got more distance in his leg.
I think so. He will be kicking ultimately from 50. He's gone about 75 back. So Heaslip to come in. Unloads. Plenty of air on the kick. Much.
Doing a lot of work in the middle through Milne, Trav, Schiller, Holman. They got some free doggies here if they can move it on. Comes out to the aforementioned Hosking, who ducks the head. Not taken high, not ducking the head. In fact, it's going to be done holding the ball. And I think that, David, that was a pretty fair ruling because you could see a pretty deliberate ducking of the head on that occasion.
Ducked the head and tried to fend off as well, so he probably just made it worse for himself, Justin Hoskin. And he was probably smiled upon with the last free kick that he got in front of goal.
Umpire has a word. I think that's to Care, just to settle things down a little bit. Two of the hard nuts of the comp. As the kick goes straight to Templeton through Tom Stevens. Trav Schiller from 45. Open goal, and the doggies are in front. Can you believe it? 3 goals in 9 minutes. First goal to Schiller, and all of a sudden bloods have stopped. And as I said, and it's on now in the middle, or at the forward 50 arc, some pushing and shoving. So whatever were the words to calm down both teams to absolutely no effect. Tempers are frayed, wins are rare, and things are getting serious, John.
Well, you're spot on. West 8-3-51, Central 8-7.
Term.
I think the great thing for North Adelaide supporters is seeing youngsters like we're watching young Mark Quinn there, having that shot for goal. He's kicked 2 goals already in this game, 20 years of age. I mean, he's got a real future.
Absolutely.
The ball now, 45 metres out from the North Adelaide goal. It will be a free kick to North Adelaide, too high. And little Angus Poole throwing his not so concerned. Oh, it will be a 50-metre penalty or a 25-metre penalty, I would think, as players rush in from everywhere. And the umpire has done the sensible thing.
I'll keep an eye on the fight, Doug, but Angus Poole, obviously, as you can expect, he's been pounced upon by a few North Adelaide players.
And the free kick going the way of Schwarz, who comes in and kicks another one for North Adelaide. Tom Schwarz is a name that's not unfamiliar with people out here at Woodville West Torrens. So that takes North Adelaide on to 4 goals, 3, 20.
50 chance.
Ryswick just showing his class and his running power.
Strikes it beautifully, starts it right, but it just stayed out there, so minus score. So first one for the quarter for the Roosters. They go to 3-4-22. They trail the Tigers 5-4-34. So a 12-point margin now. We've gone nearly 7 3/4 minutes of this second quarter as the ball's brought back into play by Howard, but a big punch over the line by Ryswick, and a little bit going on afterwards between Josh Scott and Callum Wilkie there. No love lost there as Jay Shannon comes in to sort it out. In the meantime, might have a boundary throw in.
Well, the Bay's finance is not the best at the moment. I don't know if Josh Scott wants to lose that jumper, but he's doing a good job of it with all the push and shove. So the ball comes back into play. McGinty.
New twists and turns, goes backwards with a kick, respots up low. That's going to have to be 25, surely. Took the mark and cannon into there by Martin. That's silly. It is 25.
It is.
There's no point in just giving the opposition a 25 metres